Hi everybody, we are at the American Correctional Association Conference in New Orleans, Louisiana, where the Tennessee Department of Correction is presenting a reentry simulation for correctional agencies all across the country. Chris Hill is our Deputy Assistant Commissioner of Community Supervision. And Chris, tell us what the reentry simulation is all about.
Hey Dorinda, it's good to be here with you today. The reentry simulation really gives participants an opportunity to see what it's like to be released from a period of incarceration and then navigate everything in the real world. So seeing your probation parole officer, paying your rent, finding employment, everything that we do in the real world, this simulation provides to the participants.
What is Tennessee doing right in the reentry space?
I think this is one thing that we've gotten in place is the reentry simulation. This training was developed by the Department of Justice, and we've implemented it in our current curriculum for our probation parole officers, and we look for our correctional officers and other staff to attend this training as well. So that's one of the things that we're doing is to really start having deep conversations about reentry, showing staff how important reentry is, some of the hurdles that people face as they reenter society. So this is just another way for us to give them a hands-on experience in reentry.
Are most people surprised about some of the hurdles that people face when they leave incarceration?
Every time we do this reentry simulation, people, it really shifts their perspective. They have no idea how much of a challenge it is to reenter society.
Approximately 97% of people that are incarcerated are going to be released, right? They're going to come to communities that you and I live in all over the United States.
Give me a word that's appropriate for a crowd like this that can describe week number one.
Frustrated.
That's what we hear quite a bit, frustrated.
Okay, Chris, so the reentry simulation is over after an hour and a half, standing room only. How did it go?
It went great. We were actually over capacity, but that's fine. We brought some extra packets and we were able to get those people in and through the reentry simulation. And I'll tell you, it never surprises me the reaction that we get from the participants in the reentry simulation. It is such a real life experience for them. And our ultimate goal is just to change people's perspective on reentry and the challenges that individuals face as they reenter society.
Speaking of real life situations, while you were here, you had a real life encounter with someone. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, yeah. I was actually setting up the reentry simulation and someone that works here came up and said, this is a great idea. I'm glad the department's working, to work through reentry. And he said, I was just released from prison after serving 32 years. He said, and if it wasn't for this job, I would be on the streets and homeless. And so he's glad to see that people are working to connect individuals with the resources they need to be successful. And that's really what it's all about.
To learn more about the Tennessee Department of Correction, visit us on social media and on our website at tn.gov/correction. For a more in-depth look at the reentry simulation, follow us on Instagram.